being the style that it is,
Yes.
I question if the writers are also those kind of writers.
Yeah.
But then, was any of that stuff really in there?
What stuff? Oh, a little bit. There's nods of that kind of stuff. There's the one of the fights in the undead mansion is ghosts in a ballroom, and you can fight a man and a woman as a pair. You can fight a man and man as a pair, or a woman and a woman as a pair.
Okay.
Those are just generic enemies. There's a
They
couple.
needed to plan their strike.
Oh, right, this mission we failed.
Oh yeah, we got our
Reinforcements would
asses
be on
handed
the
to
way
us.
as soon as Vasquez's men
Oops.
fired their first shot.
Yes, there were a couple progressive friendly things in the game, but it was never a plot point.
Hmm.
So it was never shoved in your face as far as storyline goes. And it was just, I was even thinking about this last night when I was going for my after dinner walk. Of like, because yeah, you reignited me like being bothered by Sea of Stars by bringing it up the other day. Where like, it's one of those things of it's kind of unforgivable of how you fuck it up, because like, oh, like the combat system might be unbalanced or whatever. It's like, well, that's a thing of like they didn't get enough testing, or that specific combination of gear and skill wasn't matched up, so they didn't really test for balancing. It's understandable. Oh, they reused a lot of asset. Well, art takes time, and you gotta cut corners at some point. So yeah, a couple recolors. It's excusable. Story is one of those things of the general plot going in. You know your story beats. But then you return to a part like, I didn't really develop that character that much at that point. Maybe I should give him a bit more dialogue. And you go to the program and you're like, hey, I want to put more dialogue in this part. So the conversation is going to be like twice as long. How hard is that going to be to implement? And the programmer's like, well, I already have the dialogue windows that pop up. I just basically have to copy and paste that to happen with the new text you wrote, which takes up no space because it's text, so we don't have to worry about it bloating the file size of the game. So what's the fucking excuse of not being in that fucking 5-something years of development, the writer never like thinking like, should I explain that a bit more? Should I maybe give the character a little more personality? Like, there's no excuse. You actively chose not to, unless for whatever reason they hired the writing and directing team to storyboard out the plot points, the story beats, and then like, okay, we have a full narrative. Cool. You're all fired. Now we have nobody to implement new story beats. There's no excuse. That's the thing. That's what makes it so annoying. You had all that time that, the people doing all the little bits of work, the programmers and the artists making all the assets and stringing it all together and making the maps and the map designers, all that stuff. You had time to think, wouldn't this be a good opportunity to have the characters express themselves? Maybe we should add that into this moment. In fact, there's a perfect moment for it that I was expecting, because even though I didn't like, I know now we're going right into fucking Rich Sea of Stars again, but yeah. So I don't know how much you saw from that review of like the actual story versus just conceptually story. But when what's his face, the fat guy cook that dies, I forgot his name already.
That was a very strong point that he was trying to make about the writing, to where when he loses an eye, it affects nothing.
Yes,
And it's just a story to tell.
well, it's not even.
And no one's...
It's not even that it doesn't affect anything, because the part after that, because that's all a flashback.
It's all a flashback,
That
and then,
leads
oh,
up
he
to-
joined the party.
He joins, but that's the thing. Just before he joins the party, the two main characters, Zale and Valera, are sitting by the campfire and wondering if he hates them. They're like, he wasn't there. Does he hate us because of what happened? So they set up that there could be ramifications, and then he shows them, and goes, "There's no ramifications."
And that sets up the entire...
And, yes, and just diffuses any tension as far as, yeah. But I'm still forgetting the cook guy's name. What is his fucking name?
Cram or something stupid.
Yes, Kremrold. That's his name. So Kremrold. So when he dies,
Crappy piece of shit.
Yes.
That's his name.
so when he takes his mortal wound, I don't know how much you know about the detail of
You've
that.
already told me all of this.
I did, but I kind of skimmed over things.
They talk about how he just dies. They didn't really tell him how he dies.
So he gets hit by a magical attack
Okay.
from the big bad guy, because the agreement between the alchemist and the big bad guy is we don't interfere with each other, but any interference is met with equal reaction. And since someone took the alchemist's flask and threw it at one of his monsters, one attack from him landed on one of his creatures. And so the reprisal is you may perform one attack on one of my disciples. And originally it was supposed to be Zil Valair, but then fat cook guy
he
jumps in the way and takes the
yet
shot.
again. Yeah.
So he becomes mortally wounded and has a flashback of a prophecy he was told,
the
because
mist
everyone
dragon
gets a
or whatever the
prophecy.
fucking thing.
No, everyone got a from the Great Mist Elder.
Yeah.
Everyone got a prophecy, and his was, when the time comes, you must request a vial of borrowed time. And he flashes back to that as he's dying, and turns to the alchemist guy and says, "I want a vial of time." And even the alchemist guy in his head's like, "Just ask for it, because he knows, because he's a fucking time wizard." And he goes, "Oh, yes, here's the vial flask of time." Gives it to him, and the contract of the vial flask of time is that you are provided extra time to live to complete your worldly duties and not leave without regrets, to stop people from being wandering spirits in the afterlife.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a good concept of a thing. So okay, he's alive. He's still technically in pain. Like, he's like, I still feel the pain of the wound, but I'm completely capable of doing what I need to do. But because he only has so much time, the group splits up. Each member going off and doing their own thing to achieve his goal. And the alchemist guy, being the magic god-like alchemist, is like, oh yeah, I'll just split myself and put them into 4 clones. And now I have a clone to go with each of you to aid you on your journey, because we all have to get these things done as quickly as possible. And as I'm playing through that part, like, oh, they're doing the chrono trigger, like, a main character dies. Okay, whatever. But then I realized they actually did something interesting, which is why it gets annoying, of this character has basically magic cancer. He's terminally dead. He will die in set time, and he has a set amount of time to live. So they're doing the concept of knowing someone whose death is inevitable, and you now have limited time with them. What do you do?
Split up, gang.
Yes, it's a, but they're like, okay, that's not the problem I have, because his goal is to make sure his friends get to the Sea of Stars and finish the journey, because that's what they talked about as kids. So it's still in line, but I'm just like, oh, this is a great opportunity to explore the concept of what is it like to know someone, your best friend is terminally ill. He will die in 2 weeks. What do you do? Like, that's a great story opportunity to find out how these characters feel. And because the alchemist guy splits himself off, he's with each person, he's still sentient in each form. I was expecting you do half a dungeon, get to a rest site, and now they get to talk. And now alchemist guy gets to play therapist to each person in the party to hear their concerns as to, you know, my best childhood friend is gonna die soon. I should express emotion about this situation and maybe, like, confront feelings.
Nah.
No, they don't do that. And it's one of those things, like, I can't think of a time in a game that you're able to explore this concept without it becoming too serious. But because it's still magic fantasy world and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. It's magic AIDS. It's not real AIDS. So it's okay to be a little lighthearted and stuff. But it's like, yeah, they don't do anything. The characters do not get to express anything. I hate it so much because it's so close to being like a great game, but instead it's an okay game. If you just want a fun fantasy adventure with a fun combat system, it does the job.
No, I already didn't really like, Fuck, I can't make this joke work because I forgot the name of the fucking games. Game series that's touted as like, oh, it's a great RPG, and like, 4 elements. That's not gonna help.
I know, I'm like,
you
fine,
use the 4. You use your 4 elemental powers to actually Zelda stuff on the world, like move bricks.
Golden Sun.
Golden Sun, yes. Golden Sun for me. Everyone's like, oh, it's so great.
And it's
yeah,
not,
the building up of your characters using like Jin and all of that.
Mixing
great
those
little concept.
fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
that determines like your class. Oh, that's a great little. Fuck that story. It's so goddamn dumb.
It's not even.
It's just so meh.
Like this. Yes, the story's mad. The thing that drags it down, and it's the thing that's almost the unique feature that I think the people who like it. But I learned how much I really hated it because not that long ago I had a road trip and I was like, oh wait, there was a sequel to Golden Sun for the
Yes.
3DS.
Yeah. I tried to play it.
I played it.
I didn't.
I beat it.
You beat it?
Oh yeah,
good for you.
because I paid for it. I'm gonna beat the game. I can get my money's worth.
I didn't beat that
But
game. I gave up.
it's the fucking emoting in dialogue. Golden Sun has constant emoting, like little icons that show up over the character's face of a laughing face, a smiling face, a crying face. They do it constantly, and it's just fucking annoying. Like, an average fantasy story is fine. Again, the combat system was okay. The mixing of the thing, of the Jins or whatever, was like, that was the selling point. That was the thing that generally kept me interested when it came to that series. But being now, because I played, the original Golden Sun. God, when did the original come out? Fucking early 2000s.
96.
No, it had to be.
It was SNES.
GBA.
Really?
Yeah.
They were GBA. Okay.
Golden Sun was on the GBA.
I thought there was Super Nintendo game for some reason.
Golden Sun came out in 2001. So yeah, early 2000s. Yeah, back then I stomached the first one a lot more. Where
Even
playing,
though it's half a game.
yeah, it is essentially
half a story.
Yeah, half a story. Dark Dawn, I think, was the DS one. When did that one come out? 2010. So almost a decade later. And yeah, that one, especially because they look at those characters. That's not the characters from Golden Sun. Those are the children of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
same
It's
character.
the same characters.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
It's also like almost a retelling, but then the
Yes.
fathers are still there sometimes
Yes.
to be.
It's so fucking stupid. Like, if you're just gonna play with the same characters, just play with the same characters. Like,
But they're overpowered at that point.
who cares? Or if you're going to do the Descendants, make them different. Here's an idea. Introduce different elements so I'm not playing the same character. I'm not playing the same earth character, the fire character, the water character, and the wind character. Introduce dark magic. Introduce ice magic, specifically separate from water. I don't know. And make characters based around that. It doesn't matter if they're shitty stereotype characters. But just at least give me something.
No,
Yeah.
it's not allowed.
I
I like to run a hate train right now, but
know. Well, it's one of the, I was just about to say, I don't know if it's necessarily like we had lower standards with games back in the day, and so therefore it was a lot more accessible or accepting of like, this story isn't that fleshed out, but whatever, it's a fun fantasy game. We're now being bitter old men. We're holding things to the standards that other things weren't held to, and that's why it keeps failing us.
Damage?
But I don't think that's the case. I think
After all this, I might lose because I forgot how much damage these characters do.
right. Yeah, if anything, when I think about that, it's more likely that the standardization of the industry has caused things to become so bland that we don't like it as much.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it's this thing I was saying about Sea of Stars, that the dev room is all about, we hope this game gave you the feeling of an old school RPG.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't want the feeling, I want the creativity and the and the thought that went into an old school RPG. Yeah, I gotta stop. Thinking about that shit, it's just boiling.
It'll eat you up.
It does. It completely derails my train of thought because it just pops back in my head like, it fucked that part up. God damn it.
Good.
We should focus on new and interesting
was
games.
fired.
For
Setting a
example,
bloody battery
Goblin
in
Stone
motion.
released.
Yes, in a horrible, buggy mess.
Oh, it did? Great!
Yeah, I was looking to pick it up because it's cheap right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they launched it on sale, plus you can get a discount.
mixed reviews because of like game-breaking bugs.
Oh, that's
It says it autosaves always because your things are permanent. Your choices are permanent. It doesn't. It doesn't. It says it's doing it, and then sometimes doesn't. So people lost like 30-40 minutes of gameplay when the game crashed randomly, or they just quit. They went to exit to main menu.
Right.
They did the proper exit, and it still didn't save in the last 30 minutes, like going through an entire dungeon. It's unfortunate.
That's such a weird bug to not catch.
That one, yeah, and I can understand, like, okay, then maybe that's just the person's platform that they're currently using. Oh shit, you only do 4 damage with that. Poopy.
Uh-oh.
You do 8 damage with this. Okay. Time until reinforcements arrive in the west. Okay. 7 turns. Can I get... I only see those. I probably should have moved you before this. Hold on. Next 2. Hopefully this is within range.
It's already the 17. I was gonna say, the Vermintide 2 versus mode has been available for public.
Oh yeah?
But it ends today.
Oh.
Yeah, I played it a little bit. It was pretty good. It's a fun little reason to return to Vermintide.
Okay.
So, the couple things it did that I liked over, like differentiating it from the Left 4 Dead formula, was there's a lot of, I think it's per map, there was at least one of the heroes are forced to stay in an area for a period of time. So there's like a flag or a banner or something. They have to hold their ground there.
Okay.
And versus Left 4 Dead, where the objective was just fucking run, never look back, don't save anybody. Like, which I always say. So like having a point of like, okay, you have to hang out for a bit, was a nice way of breaking that habit. And the other thing I liked a lot was, as the rats, when you respawn, you get a choice. You get 2 options per respawn of like, do you want to be the Globadier or the Gunner Rat? It's like, okay, the Globadier would be good here because this is a choke point they're coming up on. So like versus, again, comparing Left 4 Dead as the standard, you would just be assigned randomly something, and you just kind of had to make it work. where now you can at least be kind of tactical about how you want to play it.
Yeah.
One thing it was a dumb thing, but I didn't. But it's only because I didn't expect it. I went in, I'm like, all right, let me try, and you immediately start as one of the heroes, and because your version of these heroes are separate from your account version, all the gear is standardized, and all of the perks are unlocked. So you have to set your character up. And I was like, I was playing the Bright Mage last time, so I'll play her again.
Okay.
Got into a match, and I spawned as Bardin. Because somebody was already locked in on the Bright Mage, so it randomly assigned me something else. I hadn't put Bardin's perks in, so I was a perkless Bardin.
So, that's something that I've had happen to me when I used to play Vermintide 2.
Really?
Just a standard thing, yeah. I was always playing either Saltzfire or the Bright Mage.
Yes.
Celine?
Sienna.
Sienna, yes. And I had it happen several times to where it's like I never played the dwarf or
Bardin or Kruber.
Yeah. Playing on the final mission of the final level, the hardest, like you go into like a warp area and like have to escape it afterwards. At like on Damnation or higher, like one of the high level difficulties. Yeah, I spawn in at the start of the map as a fucking dwarf, and I'm like, and I get on like my voice chat like, sorry guys, I'm usually a Saltzfire or anything. I don't know why it randomly selected me this.
Right.
And they're like, don't worry about it, buddy. We'll carry you through. It's one of the most exciting things because I could do nothing.
Right.
I got really good at dodging and blocking and everything.
Yeah.
And they're just like, no, we'll get you. And they're like, you just got to make sure if any of us go down, you got to pick us up. I'm like, yep, makes sense.
But
yes, that was a bug that existed even back then.
Yeah, it's just in the case because this is separate. You could go in thinking, "Oh, I've got my characters already set up," and then just, "Oop, no, you don't." I'll give them at the very least the heroes when you spawn in the like beginning safe room. You do have access to a chest, so you can select your equipment, but you cannot select perks.
Okay.
So I was able to quickly be like, okay, sword and shield and the fucking shotgun. All right, go. But yeah, so after that, I went through every character, built them out how I would want to play them. So that way, if I get randomized, okay, I'm set up for whatever character.
Prepare an ambush.
I'm supposed to prepare an ambush now because they're gonna keep coming. I have 4 turns to do it. That's kind of cool.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like I said, it's a good reason to kind of return to Vermintide 2, play it for a bit. I very much I kind of had forgotten how much more I like the melee in that game versus Darktide.
Really?
Yeah, like playing, I'm like, oh, this is a lot more like tactile feeling. I feel like I'm actually planning my strikes a lot more and worrying about my dodging and stamina management way more than Vermintide or Darktide. Not that makes it better, because Darktide I think does the massive swarms a lot more towards. It's not as tactical, but it's a lot of fun just cutting through the giant swaths of zombies and shit that run at you in Darktide.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's definitely felt a lot more of a casual melee. Not just a casual experience overall, since ranged is also like difficult to do in Vermintide, since ammo is a lot more limiting.
And then also, I always felt in Vermintide sneaking around was mandatory rather than an option. Like whenever there was the storm
vermin or
the
whatever.
Storm vermin. Yeah.
It was always like no,
don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
There's no need.
There's nothing to gain.
As a Souls player, I was really good at dealing with them. Like, stab them in the face where they're unarmored, or shoot them in the head. Like,
yes, but it's one of those things like, but what you gain out of dealing with them? Nothing. So yeah, exactly. Leave the patrols alone. Yeah, that's it. that's definitely a thing compared to Darktide. Like Darktide doesn't have as many like interweaving alleyways to be alternate paths to avoid that kind of shit.
Which actually I kind of wish it did.
I completely agree. So some of the newer maps have that, and
that's true. Yeah,
it's nice. I kind of want them to
keep it going.
Not necessarily go back and redo all the old maps because that's just extra work. But yes, keep that design philosophy for future maps. But yeah, good job, Fat Shark. You guys have kind of.
Is that not shadowed?
They're winning me over in the long term. Like, yeah, Darktide launched a little content lacking, but
yeah,
they keep updating it. They just announced another big update to. They're going to rework the penance system.
They're reworking the way that you get weapons. Weapon builds. Like,
yes, weapon building.
That's amazing. Thank you. Yes,
to reduce the amount of randomizing, so you can actually build the thing you want.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, cool. That's great.
It's almost like they listen.
Yes, I know. It's not even like it's kind of consistent of the same thing like you were talking about with the Grim Dawn developers, where it's like it's almost like small teams are able to respond easier than giant bloated teams.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing with something like Deep Rock Galactic, which still has a huge fan base. The developers are still
wide, revealing
I wish I had dynamite.
Vasquez was
I know what I'm supposed to have right here.
Jungle-raised natives.
Banning.
Yeah.
But I apparently don't have the angle on them.
Right, even though that's totally the angle for hitting them with it.
Yeah. What about cone shot? Kind of. No, I can't quite reach them.
I mean, you could move and shoot them, but
chance to hit 33%. This feels like the level's built poorly based off of the way that weapons work. This should be the perfect. Yeah, you have the hide here, blow them away.
I mean, are they? I was gonna say, could you just move up? Because they were only in the last end of the cone.
Okay, so good. Yeah. Oh, and some were already hurt too.
Also, yeah, apparently at some point Bob bought Vermintide 2.
Okay.
And I'm like, wait, we actually did a whole when did you get it? And we looked through his account history of purchases and stuff, and he has this weird my Vermintide 2 purchase was not the same under my account as his. His was almost like a gift code. And I'm like, when did you get these? I don't know. And we're just trying to figure that out. But he's like, yeah, I got it at some point because you guys all said it was good. And then we just never played it. And so he's like, so yeah, if we do play it, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I'm like, but here's the thing, Bob, you have played Vermintide 2 because you've played Darktide.
Yeah, that's
there's accurate differences, but there's a lot more similarities than differences. So
where the fuck was the shadow?
Only the shadow knows.
Yeah, can you not? Do I? Yes, I do. Okay, Shadow Cloak, you don't see me. Stupid ass game. Tee. I'm glad that this guy's position worked.
Oh yeah, that huge distance.
Yeah, but true sniping.
Yes.
Should've just took it at him.
Oh.
Huh?
I'm looking at some news. the creator of RuneScape is making a new MMO. It's been in development for 10 years.
Good for him? What the
Yeah, it's
fuck?
like, really? What? It will be the free-to-play... Is that what it's called? Brighter Shores?
I feel like that's a place in RuneScape.
Brighter Shores has been in development for 10 years, according to Gower Studio fan research, and provide a relaxing respite from daily life. Casting players as town guards of a cozy fantasy world, but not so cozy that the whole game is about snoozing. Players' citizens will reach beyond the walls of the city. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so, okay. After 20 years of RuneScape, because how long has RuneScape been around?
Forever.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna make a new one, and I've just been keeping it under wraps this whole fucking time.
And I'll have less blackjack and hookers.
Yes.
But don't worry, it'll get there eventually. Like it always does.
It always does.
Oh, okay, now I'm gonna definitely shotgun him.
Nightingale Developers admits it's not happy with its launch state.
Accurate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Being honest with themselves. Yeah, wow. Only peaked at 47,000 players total.
Oof.
That for compared to, I mean, one, the explosion of Palworld.
Yeah,
even,
bad timing.
But even like Enshrouded, which came out at the same time as Palworld, was still able to get a couple, like 100,000 or something. And I had never heard of Enshrouded, but I had heard of Nightingale, so I assumed there was at least a little bit more hype behind Nightingale. Let's see. Teams looking at the future, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. Basically said the game plan is to eliminate bullshit. There's like quality of life stuff to make sorting items and crafting quicker and easier, less hoops to jump through for menu navigation, just streamlining the fuck out of the most redundant of features. It's like, yeah, should have done that from the beginning.
Right. Oh, I should have had that guy picking up a special weapon. I forgot they had that power. I might die.
The second batch of reinforcements
Hello,
had
bitches.
arrived at the eastern gate.
Have you heard of fanning?
Fighting the peons had tired them, but their injuries were
Oh wait, no, I don't want
slight.
that one. I want to use the shotgun first. Much better. Bullshit! And I never reloaded this guy.
Looks like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth sales are dropping very quickly.
I'm not surprised.
I'm a little surprised. I figured all of the people who gushed over the first one were just gonna buy it again. And
Oh no, but people were just saying those things. They didn't actually believe them.
it's true. This is this same people as the Kingdom Hearts audience. I want a new one. Here's a new one. What? I don't
play video games.
I don't want to play that. That looks gay. Yeah, just a month after release, Rebirth has taken a sharp plummet in sales, dropping 90% its sales number in the following month. I mean, granted, it's always the case of most games make the majority of their sales in the first month of release.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
God, after that shotgun missed, I'm still able to clean it up. You don't have a shot on.
Well, I have not seen a full review yet. You might have, because you were pretty interested. But Unicorn Overlord keeps getting very positive mentions.
I already own it.
Oh, you own it? Okay.
I fucking bought it right when I got back from Mexico. Because I saw stuff on it, and...
you didn't buy it while in Mexico, so then you have to set the settings to Spanish, and you don't want to deal with that.
I didn't bring games.
I know.
I had too much, cocaine and gay discotheques to go to in Antarctica.
Yes.
Don't you watch my TikTok?
I know. I saw them.
But yes, it's an amazing game. I love it.
Did you notice your TikTok username?
No, I did not.
A Ryan Purity.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why, John?
Again, Bob was very much like, do you have to put all this in there? Like, you might actually hurt him.
The fort was secured.
Like, it'll be fine.
North.
That was a fun little mission, actually, once it got started.
Once the ambush part.
Yeah, which I'm fine with the ambush parts. I just think that there's a better way of doing them.
Oh, absolutely.
The second game still has ambush.
Mm-hmm.
But if you clear everyone out, you then just go to like normal mode to walk around and stuff. It's so much. Mm-hmm. The 1 AP stuff. It's just. Chug.
It's the one thing I really liked about that XCOM stupid game.
Oh, the breaching one.
Yeah, the fucking opening breach thing.
Yeah.
I was like, this is great to actually be able to set up for the mission.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like the Fog of War of 2 was a decent thing.
So I've always hated in those games. Oh, we are now spotted. We get a free scramble round. Like, no, fuck off. Let me have something right then.
Yeah. That is
because I spotted them. They get a scramble. Like, no.
Yeah.
There's a new World War II tactical game that just came out that looks pretty good.
I haven't heard of that.
I don't remember what it's called, but it looks pretty good from what I was watching.
So,
what?
You know how I kept being all like mad about Sea of Stars just a little bit ago?
Yeah, did something pop up about Sea of Stars, John?
Sea of Stars.
You're gonna have to tell me, John.
Official trailer for 3-player co-op mode.
Why?
Yeah. It just shows the characters all the people who would normally follow the main characters are now moving around the level independently.
What? Why?
That's just a little clip. It just like that doesn't fix anything. That doesn't fix what you did wrong. You fucking made a single player RPG. Why are you putting unnecessary multiplayer in it? Like that's just gonna make combat suck. Because order of operations for your characters was a thing. They didn't go based on like a time thing. Each character could go whenever in any turn. And so now to do that properly, you would have to sit on the couch like, okay, you got blunt damage, so you go first. That'll break their thing. I can't kill it, so I'm gonna do the attack that pushes their turn back the turn order back. Okay, and then you heal the party in next round. Okay, well, now that we've discussed, let's just do the thing that one guy could have just done all by himself.
Yeah, that sounds.
Why? Why would you do something stupid like that?
I feel like it's just games made by committee at this point. Just listen to all of the ideas. Like, no.
Yeah.
No. Don't listen to all of the ideas. There are plenty of good ideas out there.
Mm-hmm.
But you need a vision.
Yes.
And maintain your vision. Vision.
Yeah. That's been a thing I've seen a lot of people, especially veteran game developers, have pointed out of like, again, part of the industry standardizing itself is the companies don't like employees having a name because they don't like having a Hideo Kojima. They don't like having a Peter Molyneux.
Yeah.
A recognizable name, because that gives you power. When you have a name, that means you can be like, I don't have to work at Game Company U. I can work at Game Company there, and they can put my name on the box and make extra money or extra sales just based on me working on it. So rather than encourage having these interesting people who make interesting series and have a vision, they push down like, no, it's the team. It's just the team. It's just the company name. This wasn't made by this particular developer. It was made by trying to just think of some BioWare. It was a BioWare game. No, old BioWare games are nowhere like new BioWare games because they don't have any of the same people there anymore. But no, it's BioWare because that makes the company more money because it gives the company prestige, not the people who made it. And that's one of the things, like, I definitely know, what was it? The guy who does the concept art for Metal Gear Solid games, like that inky...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember his name.
I can't either.
But he was somebody that they hated that his name got recognition because it gave him a lot more purchasing power when working on the sequels, to where he's like, well, I want more because people don't recognize my art. It's like, but it's not in the game. It's like, doesn't matter. People recognize my name. They like my art. Fine. I'm Konami and I'm a piece of shit, so I'll pay you for this sequel, but you're not getting in on the next one. But yeah, even though that is for the best for games to have that creative mind, companies don't want it because it's gonna hurt the bottom line. Your creative vision doesn't involve loot crates. We can't have that being the driving force. I mean, that's it. I'm pretty sure if you talk to any developer whose game included loot crates, and like you can't go up to them and be like, what inspired you to put loot crates in here? What made you come up with that innovative design? The executives told me to do it. Like, that's all it's gonna be. It's like going to a fucking film director and like, what made you have the main character hold that Pepsi so that the brand was very visible to the camera?
Well, I've just always found the design of a Pepsi can to just be aesthetically pleasing.
It's iconic to Americana, and that's what we were selling. No, we got paid to put it on the screen. There was no creativity to that decision. Everything's fucked.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw their last Bloodhound Gang or...
Oh my god, those are so funny.
Yeah, they did a new one, and at the beginning of it, Mike was introducing it. It's like, we're back to doing Bloodhound Gang or Marilyn Manson lyrics. And I think it was Rich Evans was just like, on our film review channel, our channel where we review films and talk about films and how they're made, we're talking about two pop artists from the 90s that are completely irrelevant in today's world. Shut up, Rich.
All of that's very accurate.
Yeah.
Now, Damn monkey.
Yeah, exactly. Now answer the damn questions.
Shit. And damage.
The holy musket.
This guy's Senor Zacare. Wasn't this guy the preacher?
I don't remember.
He has a normal musket, so I think that I'm gonna.
I have not paid attention to this game long term enough.
That's probably for the best.
Things, yeah.
Some reviews might really put a game guy. Okay, your game is even better now.
Yeah, most video game news in the time between our streams have primarily been dominated by the whole Sweet Baby Inc. controversy.
Oh, yeah.
Which is just funny.
You mean Gamergate 2.0?
I know, Gamergate 2, it's happening again! Yeah. I did just go out of my way to find that Steam curator page to follow it, just to do it. Just to pump up the numbers of followers by one more. Because I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, just looking through the last couple of weeks of news, it just stuff like, oh my god, the developers, where was it, behind a bunch of the games come out in defense of Sweet Baby Inc. It's like, why?
Because they're shills as is.
Yeah, Spider-Man, Alan Wake, and ridiculous fishing devs speak up in support of the consultancy studio.
I worked with some of those people. I like them
as people.
As people. Does not mean that the work they do is good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with some of the work I've done in the past.
Right.
Doesn't change the fact that I was doing it and I was going to do it. Like,
mm-hmm.
I really wish people would just. What's the right word? Oh yeah, grow the fuck up. It's not.
Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, yeah, the contrasting game is the Stellar Blade with the sexy Asian girl.
Yes, I
and just seeing this headline, Stellar Blade developer Shift is going to go public with its studio with a projected value of $2.3 billion. It's like, damn, and they haven't even fucking released the game yet. Yeah.
I mean, good for them, but it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I generally wouldn't want other people having control over a creative company. It's just gonna ruin things. It's gonna go to the same problem we were just talking about. Companies want money. We need loot crates and we don't need name recognition of developers.
Mm-hmm. Anyways.
Seeing more stuff of just another thing of Baldur's Gate 3 is the most played game on the Steam Deck or whatever of all time at this point. I'm still amazed how long that game has remained at like top selling, most played type of thing, because it's one of those things where, like, it's an RPG in a world of first person shooters, in a world of battle royales. Like,
I think it's done the thing that It's the mythical game. It's created the game that all of these people have tried to, like, get. Everyone can find something they like in it. Mm-hmm. Everyone can go like, oh, well, I just played it for like a few hours because I found this interesting, and I built my character. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I just wanted to see this character naked. I just wanted to like have the fights and then push a dude off a cliff, and I thought that was awesome. I thought the writing was cool.
Yeah.
Everybody's finding something. In the 11th hour of the game breaks down.
Right.
It's not wholly well made at that point. I'm just getting people killed at this point.
It's just it has a limited amount of replay value. Like, yeah, you play a new character, you do take different choices, type of thing.
Most of the choices can be redone,
right? But I'm just trying to figure out, like, how are people still going at it with that game for so long? Like, when I think of stuff like other more recent-ish RPGs that were like big things, like, you know, Mass Effect or something like that. Like, none of them had the same staying power. And I'm just kind of impressed that an RPG could capture that kind of attention can retain that attention for so long. So that's what fucking Square's been desperately trying to do with Final Fantasy forever. We're like, we made a new one. The same people who liked the last one bought it, but nobody new cares. Like, they don't have that grasp anymore. Like, even Dragon Quest, not getting worse, but still just kind of appealing to its own audience, hasn't really like expanded. It's just been keeping the same people happy. So I'm just weirded out that Baldur's Gate 3 is the one that did it. Of like, most of y'all don't even know what Baldur's Gate 2 was.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, most people, when they see the Baldur's Gate symbol, they think, oh, it's the Baldur's Gate symbol.
Yeah, not the Forgotten Realms or whatever it is.
It's I believe it's the symbol of Baal. Because all of the Baldur's Gate are highly related to Baal in some way. Mm-hmm. You know, the murder god.
Yeah.
Or one of his offsprings. But it's about the town of Baldur's Gate too. It's like, yeah. And who's usually the main character?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just
nope. Yeah. But it's fine. It's fine. it doesn't truly matter.
You didn't start with Final Fantasy 1, so how can you judge, you know...
That's different. They're at least in the same world. Baldur's Gate 1, 2, and 3 are related.
Yes.
So, yeah, I didn't start with Dragon Quest 5, so I shouldn't play 6?
Yeah.
Or is it 4 and 5? I don't remember which one of those two is.
Yeah. But the concept of, you know, yes, you came in late to the story, that shouldn't be a prohibitive thing.
God, I feel like this is just a roll-off until I can get something right.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not fun, game. You know, that thing you're supposed to be making me feel.
Yeah. Yeah, that really is this game's problem. It's exactly what we're talking about. Like, just make it fun. All the ideas in this game are good.
They're neat.
But the doing them is tedious and boring. Especially, our both of our big contention of progress doesn't carry over between chapters.
As soon as I feel like my characters are my characters, like, oh, they're not yours anymore.
They're not yours anymore, yeah. They're gone. And just like, so I got nothing for the bullshit I had to go through? Yeah.
The one thing is the Fate Trader stuff.
You got the little stars. You got some little stars there, fella.
So once I get the stars, I can buy the special weapons from the other ones. Oh, the Holy Musket is one of them.
So I can buy the things I already had that you took away from me.
Yes. Some of them. Not even all of them. Just some of them.
Yeah. Nah, we're both kind of in the boat of like we're both over this game, but we want to just see it to completion. We just want.
Yes, which I feel like this chapter is almost over. Because we're nearly done with the map. It looked like. Really, max luck means nothing because there's no good way of gaining it.
Yeah.
Yes, plus 15A. There we go.
I just look at luck as HP. That's all it really is.
It's the shield that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you
only get it back when you take damage.
But you don't gain it back to full.
No.
So what's the point of it having it max? A max higher?
It depends. It depends what you get back. If you're getting back a percentage,
that's true.
The max max.
Yes. I mean, there has to be ways of gaining it back, but I'm just not paying enough attention. Also, been chugging. Some odd reason. I got the serpent amulet, which I can now buy at the paid trader. Let's check this.
Ooh, that sucks for Ubisoft. I think it was. Yeah, Ubisoft made the Skull and Bones game. Supposedly.
Oh yeah, that game is apparently
Skull and Bones reportedly performing worse than Suicide Squad.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like, that's like, ooh. Like, Suicide Squad made a blip for how bad it is. You're not even making a blip because you're that bland. You're that uninteresting.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Maledictus Serpantis. The penis. Ignore me, John.
I'm trying.
For the best.
I'm trying. Zinogre wins first place for most popular monster of all time in the Monster Hunter series.
Cool.
Let's see. Let's see the runner-ups. Okay.
He really does not have
Do you want to guess who was the next ones?
Rathian or Rathalos?
So you're for number 2 spot.
I would hope Rathalos.
You're guessing too old.
But Rathalos is always there.
Doesn't matter.
What the fuck is that? The Bolt Dragon thing? Not Bolt Dragon. The Jet Dragon. Why can't I remember its name?
Valstrax?
Valstrax, yeah.
He's on the list, but he is not number 2.
Alright.
It makes sense once you realize what would be the second most popular monster, considering when was the biggest influx of Monster Hunter fans?
The world.
Uh-huh.
What was the flagship one? The Magnamala?
That was Rise.
That was Rise.
That's the Fire Cat.
What was the hell fucking... It's the same fucking thing, practically.
I have no idea what the flagship for Worlds was.
It was... So, there was a giant dragon, like world-ending dragon type of thing, and then on its back was basically Magnamala.
Okay.
And that thing, that I can't fucking remember its name.
Was that Nergigante?
Oh, yeah, Nergigante.
Nergigante. Yes. Was that it?
Yes.
That's number 2.
Okay, yeah.
No, number 3.
Oh,
What the fuck? Oh, Mask Man.
The dude that we just killed in the last chapter.
Yes.
So that's how this is one tying back in. This is the story of who the Masked Man was.
Okay.
So he went around and I've been murdering
yes.
all of the things, gaining a posse and like trying to get gold, and now that I've put on this mask.
Okay.
And now I'm affected by poison.
So number 3, I
Do I
had to
put on all of my cards again?
I had to double check.
Yes, yes, I do.
Lagacrus, the serpent water one. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, no, there's no
Wow.
fucking way. I don't know. That's number 3. Number 4 is Falstrax. Number 5 is. Want to guess that one?
Is it an Elder Dragon?
Yes, I believe it is an Elder Dragon.
Teostra.
No.
Yeah.
Again, newer.
In there.
You're thinking like an old man. I remember when this was new.
Thinking like the good ones. Fucking morons.
We do like him. He is something we've hunted, and we like him.
What are you doing here? What the fuck, game?
There's a couple that were in this list that are like the instant classics.
What
like
the fuck, game?
What happened? I didn't.
10, Jack, Queen, King, Joker. So, random. You got a pair. Give me a straight. Give me a flush. Give me...
Yeah.
Which is what he had before. He had the flush, which gave him plus 1 HP a turn.
Oh.
Which I could technically just do if I do that. Yeah, now I have that. You're just retarded, game. What? No?
No?
Not gonna...
It's not gonna count a Joker. It's wild. Okay.
If I remove the... If I remove that and put that in. Okay, that one counts. The Joker can't count as the ace. Fuck you, game. It's something we hunted. Yeah, I want to go with the It's not like the Basarios or anything like that.
No. Like I said, it is an Elder Dragon.
Did we hunt it in the new game?
In Rise?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it a Rise monster?
Not unique to Rise, no.
Okay.
Yeah, very few of these are old monsters.
Let's see. Oh, Diego betrayed me. I have not been paying attention.
Oh.
I knew he left the
party.
party for a while because he's like, I don't want to kill all the natives.
I'm a pussy. I don't want to kill everybody.
To fulfill his destiny.
Yeah, most of these are recent monsters.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even think of like.
Gormagala.
Oh yeah, that one checks out.
Gormagala checks out. Let's see. Then for number 6, Velkhana, the ice dragon from Iceborne.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. 7th is surprising, Nargacuga. I wouldn't think Nargacuga would be on the top 10 most popular.
Yeah.
8th is Fatalis. 9th is Ruiner, Nerganke, not whatever. And number 10th is Elytrion from Monster Hunter 3.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, like an actual real old one. Yeah, surprisingly not Rathalos or Rathian. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of these are just these were the cool ones when I started playing.
I mean, that's fair enough, but eh?
Yeah. I mean, at least it was Zinogre that got number 1, because Zinogre is kind of like an insta-classic monster.
Zinogre!
He's got a unique mechanic, he's fun, he's a butthead.
Metalhead.
Yeah. Zinogre!
Still wish that we were musically gifted enough to actually have done that.
Realize that as a song. I don't get how Lagiacrus is one of the most popular.
That was one of the flagships for the Wii one when it went onto the Wii.
When they did those.
So it's because of those stupid idiots.
Those assholes.
Those losers that have a freaking Wii and think that they're Monster Hunters. Instead of keeping it on the wonderful world of PlayStation.
Monster Hunters 3. Monster Hunter Ultimate. Monster Hunter Generations. But even then, like, did people like fighting him? Most of the like serpent ones are kind of annoying to fight.
One are annoying, and the water shit was apparently the worst.
That's what I mean. So like, these are the most popular. These are the ones that people like the most, and it's number 3. Meanwhile, fucking Rathalos doesn't even make the top 10.
That's the part that just like no.
Yeah, he's
somebody did something.
Rathalos and Rathian are the classic monsters to fight. They're wyverns. They're dragons. It's like yes, this is the kind of thing I want to fight. Like, I can see why, something like maybe Diablos doesn't make the cut because it can be annoying to fight. Like, but there's nothing annoying about Rathalos or Rathian. There's nothing bad about it, outside of the fact that since their introduction, they've become less of the big bad and more of a common thing, and so you fight it so much that you might just be like, yeah, that's just a speed bump on the road to the cooler shit.
Did you know that in the original game, Rathalos being the flagship monster for the very first game.
Yes.
Could only fight him once.
Really?
So to get all of his armor, you had to constantly go online
and help
other people. So it was actually common for people to cut the tail, break all the things, and then lose. Because you still get some of the parts.
Yeah.
So they'll lose so they can actually repeat the quest over and over and over again. Yes, it's absolute fucking bullshit. But a fascinating little did you know gaming moment. I've only got 10 turns to do this, but... Good old Pepperbox.
I'm just curious. Okay, did they post the full results? Okay, we got... They do have full 20 results, so let's see.
Okay.
Number 11, Stygian Zinogre. God, everyone's just doubling up on their favorites. Number 12, Abyssal Lagiacrus. Lagiacrus. Number 13, Primordial Malzeno.
For all of the weird shit in this game, like, there's a lot of just, random art asset. Look at this. There's a fucking, like, skull, sombrero wearing, like, statue.
Really? Yeah, I can... Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, what? I mean, cool, but...
I mean, that's... Yeah.
They were definitely trying.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like,
the designers were like...
You can't say they didn't try.
We don't care about fun.
Yeah. It's the kind of game that... It was working. It's running. We put all the levels in that we wanted to put in. Okay, it's ready to ship. It's like, nah. If you could have, it would have been probably a smart idea to just sit on it, just run through it a couple times, go like, wow, it's kind of annoying to have to do this thing over and over again.
Yeah.
But let's see. Back to the number 14, Mizutsune. Number 15, Old Fatalis. Number 16, Safajiva. I'm not familiar with that one.
I know Safajiva. I believe that's World, and it's the big... Yeah, there's like some after they... The reason that the dragon is like coming forward is because there's another big elder dragon, and then that fight is where I actually did my stupid bow build, which is a draw/bow build. Because the bow had a... you could do like larger like artillery rounds.
Right.
And then you do a quick release for it, and then you start doing the charge up, and you get locked into position, and you charge up a big ass hit, and once it goes through something, it hits multiple times.
Yeah.
And then you do a high crit, and the thing is those, when they're that big, and it's a wyvern coming at you, or a more snake one coming at you, it just through the mouth, and then through the entire thing, and like, part break. It's like, okay, knocked it down, run away, do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so fucking fun.
Number 17 is one of the ones we wanted to fight again. Brachydios. Old
Bracky.
Bracky.
Yeah, Bracky. Bracky's great.
Yeah, he's good. Number 18, Namile. I'm not familiar with that one. Number 19, Shigeru Magala. And number 20, Crimson Glow Valstrax. So everyone was just doubling up.
I feel like you should...
Yeah, that variation shouldn't be allowed, because that's stupid. Especially because that's the top 20. What's number 21? Rathlos.
God damn it.
Just gets pushed out of the top 20 because of all the fucking variant builds. 22, Raging Brachydios. 23, Tigrex. Furious Rajang. Glavenus, fucking sword T-Rex.
Oh, I fucking love that guy.
Yeah, he was fun. Bolt Reaver Aslos. Aslos is fine. Kadic Gormagala. Gugmazios. That was the one from 4, right? The giant goopy boy?
Yes? Oh, yeah. Oh. I mean, cool, but really? It was a very interesting fight.
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
Yes, Monster Hunter Ultimate, big goopy boy. That was him. Yeah, it's almost entirely like big boss fights.
I mean, the set piece ones are.
Yeah, but it's coming across as just. It's not even different. It's a big deal. Therefore, it's the cool fight. And it's one of those things like
that people probably have stories because of them.
Yeah, that's what it is more so. Because while I didn't hate Gugmazios, he certainly wasn't the most fun fight.
No.
Later, he was ready to join the fight again.
Definitely interesting.
Amatsu, Dodogama, Kezu.
Oh, find Diego. Oh, I bet he's in here.
Yeah, Kutku, Bloodbath, Diablo.
Fucking yeah, Kutku!
Number 35, got in at least top 50. Hellblade, Glavenus, Malzeno, Kieran. Wow, Kieran actually made it in. Number 40, Deviljho. Deviljho's that far down.
Wow.
Deviljho's fun.
Pickle?
Yeah.
Come on.
Deviljho's fun because it's a panic fight.
Yes.
Once he gets mad, it's like, okay, fucking run.
And also, they did it really well in World, so I would have thought that...
That it would have had some
Yeah.
weight to carry him into the higher up. Let's see. A Cantor? Really? People like a Cantor?
I just can't soar with this list.
In fact, Basil Geese is lower than a Cantor. Come on. Basil Geese is great.
B-52 is the best.
Exactly.
Again, when is it under...
Ooh. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Teostra is one slot above Steve. I think Teostra is more fun to fight than Steve.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. All right. There's 228 entries, so I'm gonna
ask us to stop this madness.
let's see. I want who's the
man in the
worst?
mask did not listen.
Steel Uragan.
There was only one way this could end.
That's the Steam Train boy? Yes, it is. What was his first appearance? Portable third. And third ultimate. I mean, yeah, I can see why he would be a low tier. There's probably things I'd hate to fight more than that. Let's see. Fucking, yeah, I was looking for that. Gyarados is higher up than that. No, that's one of the... Any hip checker.
Especially notoriously bad hitboxes.
Yes.
Fucking the Plesioth. Plesioth should be fucking super low.
Let's find Plessie. Plesioth is 91 out of 228.
People just didn't know.
Yeah, this is...
People don't know shit.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's... So yeah, that puts Plesioth as the better monster. Does that actually put him over... Nargella... Like... Did it beat out Teostra and Steve? Okay, no, it did not beat out Teostra and Steve. Now I need to find out what kind of grave injustices have been carried out in the name of stupid people suggesting things.
Ooh, I might lose right here.
Uh-oh. Don't want to do it. Lagombi is considered worse than Plesioth.
Lagombi is a piece of shit.
It is, but I'd rather fight a Lagombi than
Oh, 100% of the time, yes. And I kind of like the design of Lagombi at least.
Yeah, Lagombi's fun. It's a good beginner monster.
Yeah.
Basarios is worse. Radazuchi. Syndrome. Wow, people did not like Blood Orange Bishaton. Exploding Monkey Bird. I like the exploding
the design.
Bird. I thought it was fun. Yeah. Nothing I hated about it.
It's definitely a lot worse.
Mm-hmm. And again, somehow Plesioth is in the top 100. Yeah, they really should have done variants. That's clogging up a lot of this.
Yeah. Alright, dickhead. Take a holy musket to the face.
Vasquez gazed dispassionately at the remains of his
at least an
oldest
ogre's
friend.
a good number one pick.
Zacharias moved to console him, then saw Vasquez was cold and firm as stone. His protege was beyond sympathy now.
This isn't a bad story. This like, it was interesting to have. The start of it was the jailbreak, where we freed the other two, and then like, okay, we're going out and we're fucking digging for gold. Let's get a posse together. Like, okay, cool. Finds a stone mask, puts it on, and becomes disillusioned with the
becomes
like,
Dio.
Yeah. Diego.
Yeah, Diego.
No, Diego's his friend that we just killed.
Oh, oops.
His oldest friend that betrayed him.
Story's not the problem in this game. It's pacing.
It's caring about half of it.
That too, yes. Again, the disconnect in chapters kind of takes away your investment.
Yeah, we got David O'Connell back. Well, David O'Connell's anything that you should keep it. Okay. Okay, quickly.
That makes no sense. Headline of Square Enix points to Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy's PlayStation exclusivity as a reason for its success so far. Less people can play it, which is why it's doing so well. That makes no sense.
What?
Yeah.
No, that's not how things work. What?
And yeah, the top comment of, yes, exclusivity is the reason. And not, the fact that it's called Final Fantasy VII. And it's considered the best in the series. And everybody wants to play a remake of a game called Final Fantasy VII.
It's okay, it's not like they're really remaking it anyways.
Yeah.
But we don't talk about that.
Yeah. Again, one of these days, I'm totally cool with us playing the original with, like, modded extra visuals and just kind of, like, just playing it again.
Yeah.
Just re-experiencing it, because I
used to play it quite a bit.
Yeah. Because I know there's a ton of nice visual upgrades for the original game on Steam that you could just patch in, and yeah, so like better character models. We could probably get upscaled cinematics, and just have exactly what we wanted: a better looking version of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
The Sinking City 2 announcement trailer.
Whoa!
Yeah, 11 days ago.
Oh, okay. So, tangent. we'll get into that in a second. Which I think they were just talking about doing new DLCs for that as well.
Really?
There's even more
the base
DLC.
Game?
Yeah.
Huh.
But what was it? Oh, I was watching a playthrough of a game, just an older game, and like, for some reason YouTube suggested a trailer, and I'm like, oh, okay, like based off of like older game. I'm like, okay, so this is like fake trailer, and I watch it, and like, yeah, that's from that Vin Diesel Witch Hunter movie.
Right.
That's from, yeah, and I'm like, okay, that they just CG'd that a little. Wait a second, no, that's a real scene. Constantine 2. With Neo. With
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves, thank you.
Huh.
And I'm like, but no, half that trailer I'm pretty sure is fucking that has to be just a fake trailer. And so I search out, it's not a fake trailer. It's been in production for a while, and they just keep having problems. But they really did release a trailer recently, and some of it just looks eerily similar to The Witch Hunter, to where there's parts where I'm like, but no, when he reaches into the heart and then the fucking things wrap around, that's the witch.
Yeah.
The witch is very like I recently rewatched that movie. This is not.
I was actually hoping for a Witch Hunter
Constantine
crossover.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Like,
if Vin Diesel just popped up in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
that doesn't sound like a bad combo at all.
I don't care. But yeah, just like, okay. I'm both excited, but also not?
Mm-hmm.
You watching the trailer now?
Yeah. Yep, there's fish people. Right away, saw fish people.
Are you a new detective? I know you kind of look like the same guy. Maybe not?
I hope we're still somewhat of a detective, at the very least.
Oh yeah, because I want somebody that just questions everything.
Yeah, don't give me a fucking Rudy Tooty Shooty game.
No, that was... I loved that game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't do that.
Oh, fuck, I should have been paying attention.
It's a cinematic trailer, so there's not much to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that kind of made me flinch a little bit was main character's flashlight in a dark room comes on a guy. It's an asylum patient with a straitjacket. He's got a scar around his head, like he's had a lobotomy. Does the Japanese horror like
No.
shifting thing? I'm like, no, that's fucking horror trope bullshit.
Like, yeah, just be goofy, please.
Just be a goofy investigation game. That's what the first one was, and we loved it. Like we completely didn't care that combat sucked. Combat was fucking dumb in that game.
Yeah,
wasn't good.
As long as it wasn't bad, it was fine.
Yes,
because everything else was fucking hilarious.
Exactly. Well,
God, I still think about the story where I was investigating
the college
students. Yeah. I still think about that, where it's just all like...
Because it's hilarious.
Oh, so they were just using these bodies, doppelgangers that are souls from another world, but then the doppelgangers turned on them and then just started living their lives as better students. Yeah. But because I found out and they're standing right there, they attacked me and I had to put them down. I would have, at that dilemma moment, been like...
You're more human
than they are. You guys are more human than they are. Like, good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
There was so many. Yeah, it was the stories and the investigation shit that was the best part. Combat was just there to be a thing. It was not the main driving force of the game, so do not rely on combat.
Yeah.
God, I don't know. That trailer, again, it's all cinematic, so there's not much you can actually glean from it as far as what the base game will be, but it did show like an emphasis on horror and combat. I'm just like, no. Show me a character figuring something out. Show me a character seeing all these weirdos. That's what the trailer should just be. Back of the shot of the character's head walking down the street of the city, and you just watching all the weirdos pass by him in the street. That's it. Don't show me action-packed shit. Show me that you've got the same weirdo city going on, and we're just somebody stuck in the middle of it. That's what fucking Sinking City was best at. Just remind me of I've already forgotten the name of the game. But not a sequel. A game came out from the same developers who made Vampire that we played.
Oh yeah, with the Y, yeah.
Yes, with the Y.
I heard it in there.
Yes.
Well, you said it. I heard it.
Yeah, and Yahtzee even did a review of it, and even he was just talking about like, he did his more long form thing, talking about like, so after reviewing that game, I really started thinking about Vampire again. Vampire. He's like, how much I liked the idea of it, and I hated the game. Because it's just like,
Who is he? Us?
I know. There's a reason I keep going back to his opinion on a lot of things, because he's kind of right. But just, he's like, the concept of being a vampire, but you're also a doctor. So you're charged with saving these people, but do you want some superpowers? You gotta sacrifice some of them. And some of them deserve to be sacrificed because they're pieces of shit. And you have to make all these moral dilemmas. Like, that was great. And then you realize you don't have to sacrifice anybody because you could just farm blood from random people. Yep. And it just doesn't matter. It's just like, you fucked up! and yeah, he talked about how fucking janky the combat was and how it was all messed up and just like...
Just that one fight where we had like 2
sister.
days of fighting her. And I beat her first try, but then the computer blew up?
Fucked up, yeah. Well, one of them, the game fucked up. One of them, your computer fucked up.
That's right, yeah.
So we lost the fight multiple times for no good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just, him going into...
Q-T-L-T.
Wait. I mean, it's South America. That would be Hueque. That's how Brazilian...
Oh, I mean, there's Mixcatl as well.
That's how Brazilians type laughing. It's wait. Instead of ha 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 ha.
I have to solve the riddle. Oh, I might have to go to the other place to get more knowledge.
If you want, I can just look it up.
Or I could just keep going to each of these places and probably...
I know, but that means reading through a bunch of bullshit.
Description read, the moon is the mother of all power.
I'm just gonna look up something real quick. It's completely unrelated. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so I need Metzili. And Tezcatlipoca.
Just wondering, what's the name of this scenario we're in? Is it as good as dead? Is that the one? Just wondering, it's not a big deal.
Just look up this game and then Metzili. The thing I just clicked on. Oh, look at this name. The TZOMPN. That one. Look up that one. I mean, don't look it up. I'll figure it out. I got this. Right, guys?
Yeah, no, you got it. Uh-oh.
Can you not find it?
No. It's worse than that.
It's random?
It might be random for each playthrough.
Okay.
Let's see.
It's silly.
What is the mother of all power? Matali,
Kotliku.
Kotliku, and Texelpoka?
Yeah, the one of power. Tezcatlipoca. That's what I assume it to be, but I always forget what it is because I have to read the names all over again. And
right.
So Metzili.
Yep, Matali, Kotliku. And then Texelpoka.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, okay.
I actually would have got that if I could remember.
That's what I mean. It's one of those things of it's not a difficult puzzle. It's just a tedious puzzle.
Drink the water. I've been healed. We've been healed. We've been healed.
Yeah, I'm fine with looking up solutions to puzzles where the answer is obvious. It's just getting there is tedious. Yeah. It's one of the, like if we ever
oh sweet
ever what
I got a achievement for not having that many people die, despite the fact I was being a dipshit for most of the.
If we ever play Twilight Princess, Zelda Twilight Princess, there's a puzzle in the midpoint game. It's just annoying to do, and after I did it the first time, every other time I played through the game, just looking it up, not gonna learn the pattern because it's just boring and tedious. And so I have no problem.
Zacharias
I thought there were zombies.
Oh,
intentions.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Would stop
also
or die trying.
Oh,
yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
Did we lose? Is that who I'm fighting?
Yeah, you only have 4.
Where's Senor? What's his face? Did he leave after the last time and I wasn't paying attention? I thought he was still in there.
I didn't catch it at all.
I didn't catch it either. I'm about to just kill a bunch of people, so.
In Minecraft.
What's my TikTok name again?
You should know. You registered the account.
Oh, shit.
That's what I said to Bob. Is like, well, Ryan's not here, so I'm gonna have to stream by myself. But it's like, Ryan's not here, so he can't defend himself.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, he was my sniper. That's unfortunate. I didn't realize. Probably should just, actually not been constantly clicking through things. But you know what? Fuck you, John.
Yeah, I deserve it.
The fuck did more people got here?
I usually deserve
And I got it.
to be told to fuck off every once in a while.
I mean, the enemy started out alerted, so I don't... Really, give me a grenade.
So to confirm.
Too many guys on this map. It's taking forever for them to do anything.
Oh, that makes sense. I remember seeing the rumors about this, and now it makes sense. Of people were data mining Call of Duty and found things that implied 40K was going to be in Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah. Bob, I think, told me that there's some 40k skin type stuff.
It's Space Marine. Because the game Space Marine is coming out.
Yeah.
So
Bob said he was thinking about spending the money to get the skins and then screen capping it like, look guys, I'm playing Space Marine.
Right. yeah, you can get Sisters of Battle, Space Marine Scout, Space Marine, Casterkin. Yeah, quite a few actually. That's funny.
Yeah. Funny, haha.
Yeah, 40 or Games Workshop's been whoring out 40k stuff because I think World of Tanks has like 40k skins or something like that.
Yes, you can get a Lehman Russ or something.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, honestly, just good for them. They're actually getting into decent ass games at least.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those.
I wish they just make a decent ass game.
Yes, it's very like it's non-harmful. Like
yes,
it's relatively appropriate. It's just a skin. It's a teehee. That's funny. Whatever.
Can I just run up and shoot him? What's my damage?
I know recently, what was it? Dead by Daylight has a skin pack based on, I just forgot it as I'm trying to say it. It's, Iron Maiden.
What?
So survivors can have Iron Maiden band shirts, and some of the killers have skins that are based off the cover art of Iron Maiden albums from Eddie the Zombie, who's on their albums.
That's pretty cool.
It's fucking solid looking. Like they didn't just half-ass it. They actually fully remodeled brand new character models just to look like the creations. Like that's like it's one of those things. Like that's a band that's completely out of not connected at all, but that totally fits. That's good. Yeah.
It fits the horror motif because that's what half those bands are about.
Yeah, it's having monstrous undead things on their cover art. So it's like, yeah, that fits. Again, it's fun. It's appropriate.
Because it's fun, Jan.
Because it's fun, Jan.
Ow. Yeah. Good, you can. Fucking this. Thank you. Yeah, this is when the game's like, I'm kind of cool with this. I'm just kind of running and gunning
and well, the game has now hit full steam.
Yes,
and that's when you know the chapter's about to end.
This is the final fight.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure this is the final fight, considering it gave me achievements for completing the chapter.
Right. For doing the little the difficult thing over the course of the chapter.
Okay, I think this will work out. If it doesn't, this guy's dead. Yeah, 9 damage.
Zacharias was dead. Vasquez smiled.
Again, effort on their part. They fully modeled this whole fucking South American temple, and we're probably never gonna see it again.
Is there? Oh, there is one.
Oh, that's just opened up. Yeah. But we'll probably never see this map ever again.
He has to enter the city, so I have to run that way. But he has cloaks, so he can just
do it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, again, they tried. I respect it. But again, it's the stuff in between. That's the problem.
Smiling and relaxed.
It's me,
Antichrist emerged from the temple.
The Antichrist emerged from the shadows. It's deep printed. That's not beautiful light. Danced in his eyes.
This was his world now.
This was his world now. That's a cool prequel thing.
Yes.
Of, hey, the father sells his soul to the devil in the first chapter because his people are after his thing, which I think was the masked man.
Right.
And then the son, they do all of that, and then, okay, the family's now cursed. Second chapter, the son with his wife try to fight everyone off. They both die. He comes back to life for vengeance sake.
Yes.
And then he becomes more of a monster.
Yeah,
that was the try to kill hundreds of people. Third chapter, father had fucked off, thinking that he's failed his family in the first chapter.
Yes.
And became an undertaker because death is all around him. He's an emo bitch.
Yeah.
But you learn about the masked man being around, and that's one of the reasons that my family was so destitute. All of these problems.
Yeah.
So you go out and kill him.
Yeah.
Then you learn that the masked man let the Antichrist let all of this onto the world, but it was being controlled by an ancient Mexican man. It's fucking It's a fucking JoJo reference. I have to, like, that's all good, and it would have been great if this type of stuff continued.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the disconnecting of everything.
Give me all of this, like, yeah. And then I started to do these.
Yeah.
And I just didn't care. Like, that one, yeah, I got into it.
Mm-hmm.
We got all 3 items, too. Final chapter.
Start it? Or
no. Next time, we will play the final chapter. I'm assuming that took a while. This game always feels like it takes a while.
Almost 7. So we could go for another hour, but do you want to?
This game always feels like it takes a while. Mm-hmm. And the beginning of the chapters are the worst.
Well, the first game we played felt like a short time, but it was a long time. This game felt like a long time, but it was a short time.
Yes.
It's the...
Fun!
Fun does a lot of work in video games, don't you know?
Oh, Unicorn Overlord.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to call it Overload.
Yeah.
Is great. It's a very fun game, and I find myself going like, I should put this down now. I'm just gonna play for a little. Oh fuck! It's midnight again.
Like I said, without seeing any full review, just seeing people talk about it, it's always positive. Nobody's like, oh, that part sucks. It's always just like, who's your favorite waifu? Or, oh, this character destroys everybody. Got to build him this way.
Yeah. I've seen several videos like, oh, healer's overpowered. Like.
Yeah.
And I'm like playing, I'm like, healer's not overpowered. Like, what fucking build did you, like, how did you... Also, looking it up online, because it was one of the things that I talked to you about for the demo, I was wondering if the stats were randomized.
Right.
They are not.
Okay.
Every single time you build a character, choose 2 traits. Those traits determine their starting stats, and their class determines their growth.
Okay.
The growth is always the same combined with those stats.
Okay.
Like, you get your 2 traits.
Yeah.
And look, those 2 traits, like, I made one archer, and I made it to where he's just super high damage, but he's squishy as fuck. And it's like, putting the same trait twice does a lot more. It's like, oh, this gets you plus 2 damage. And then you do it again. Now it's plus 6. It's like, okay. So if I do this, and then the one that kind of does damage, like, oh, now he's a total of plus 3. It's like, okay, so it's not just aggressive plus aggressive really does double down on itself.
Right.
Like, it's not just a simple, like, oh yeah, you put a few points in there. No, it's... You can really just fucking, like, make whoever the fuck you want. Which leads me to my one gripe. I know it's the beginning of the game that I'm at right now, but every single, like, fight that I get into is like, you're gonna get another character out of this. Like, why not free the region and then unlock the fort that's always in the region where you hire the dudes at, so it's just a generic guy. But it's like, gotta get all these story characters.
And everyone's named.
There's a lot of that, and then but there's the whole build your own fucking character thing, and I'm like, I'm not doing as much because I have all the characters and I don't have enough spots for extra characters right now. Maybe later in the game, it's like, yeah, you can get it like 30 characters, and everyone's suggesting like, never kill off the characters that were bad guys because they can join you later.
There's always a chance.
And I'm like, but that should like make it so that the other guy doesn't join you. Like,
yeah,
I actually want branching paths. I want replayability.
Yeah.
But I've seen online, like, there's no reason to not just always do the thing that will get you the character. It's like,
better to have.
I prefer the, like, yeah, you got the archer character. I got the thief character. That means that because I got the archer character, I got the mage character later.
Yeah.
Well, I got the thief character, so that means I get this awesome fucking knight later. It's like, do that. And it feels like it's there, but they just like, no, you can have everybody. And I'm like, I'd rather fill my ranks with the randos.
It's a little bit of the Fire Emblem stink.
Yes.
It's a little bit
of very much that, but here's the difference. I have probably like 20 slots for characters right now. And I have 21 characters, including the one that I made.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, I have like 23 slots. But you need more than one character for a group, so I'm not building in that last thing, even though I have a character that can fit there, and I'm not buying 2 extra troops to fill it out.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of the game, I believe that you can have probably over 60 units in your army, and that's viable to use. But then, like, the way that you start each battle is like you can field 3 units each. Later in the game, 6 units per.
Yeah.
Or 6 characters per unit.
Okay.
And then at the start of the thing, you have to use resource points to field those units.
Yeah.
You can make them retreat right afterwards and then get that resource point back and field another unit. So that way you can use one guy. Okay, he's damaged. Retreat back to base. Or he's really good against the troops right now.
Yeah, cycle.
Rush him in.
Yeah.
Capture a point.
And then
he leaves, and then bring in a guy that's full health, and he's just your tank, and he'll defend that town.
Yeah.
And that's really... It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. The battles have a time limit, and that time limit is 6 seconds sometimes.
What?
It's a push-pause game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like 6 seconds. 10 seconds sometimes.
Right.
I'm not exaggerating. Here's the thing. The game takes place if you just... Okay. Pause the game. Okay, select your unit. Okay, I'm going to put him there, and I'm going to start sending him off to that battle.
Right.
Okay. It takes him like 2 seconds. Okay, now he's in a battle. Game is now paused. Time is now paused. How long does it take in real time to do a battle?
I'm assuming a decent
5-10 minutes sometimes. It's like as a whole battle.
Mm-hmm.
The time limit on that battle was like 5-10 seconds. To where I've gotten in trouble because the game doesn't automatically pause right at the start of it. It says battle start, and I've not quite paid attention, so I didn't hit the button to pause right away. So I wasted a few seconds and lost a battle because I was out of time near the end. Like, oh, and it's great. This is not a fault of it. yeah. I'll stop. It's actually just something interesting to talk about. Unlike this garbage fucking piece.
It's not garbage.
I know.
It's just kind of boring.
And that game is very interesting, so it's something I want to talk about.
Yes.
This has interesting ideas.
Yes.
And I go, oh, that's interesting. And I'm done.
Right.
That's it.
Again, it's the little things. It's the management. It's the... It's what you talked about. It's the turn setups for things like positioning, and then go like it's a bunch of little things that just drag down the let me go shoot and let me have cool stats and equipment and let me make fun decisions like do I burn down an entire town of people?
Yeah, that was. Oh no! It says there's a side quest, a sub objective to kill over 1,000 people or 100 people. Looks like we're burning everything down.
Yep, exactly. Like, that's the fun stuff, but in between that fun stuff is, do you have enough food to survive the day?
No.
You only have another time.
Now you only have 50 people. Oh no, they don't have enough food, so you can't send them. Oh no, they failed to get food.
Oh, did you go to the mine? Did you go to the mine and get the resource to trade to the caravan over there, so you could take it to the Indian tribe, so you can get that specific gun? Yeah, for some reason they decided to. Fill the middle of the game with that kind of stuff,
which is unfortunate.
Yeah,
I wish it was better.
But anyways, we're done for the day.
Yeah, we're done.
We'll go get some early din-dins.
I want a burger.
Yeah, I want a burger too. So we're gonna go do that.
Boy.
And next week,
next week we're good.
We'll play another game, and we'll probably get burgers again.
Yeah,
because that's kind of been our regular.
Yeah, I did go to Honda the other day, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's not all the normal workers. It's like a Wednesday, and then the one older lady came in. She's like, oh, and I'm like, yay! I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man.